So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to turn cool rocks like this into 3D printable terrain that you can use in your tabletop war games. So you can create scenes like this. Now, of course, step one is to find some cool, interesting rocks. These are rocks that I actually picked up at the rock quarry where I work. And, I would just be working and I would say, hey, you know what? That looks like a pretty cool rock. It makes some interesting terrain visually. And if you notice, these are all pretty skinny. So it's really great for the size and proportion for using in tabletop games for cover and things like that. But of course, the one downside to using real rocks for terrain in your war games is they're heavy. They tend to be dirty. I mean, these, I've washed them pretty good, but they tend to be dirty or crumbly. They will scuff up painted surfaces. And plus, you only have one of each. So I'm going to show you how to turn these into 3D printable terrain. Now, the tool I'll be using for this video is MakerLab's AI scanner. Now, I know it says AI, but there's not really a lot of AI at play here. It's really just a photo geometry app. And if you want, you can use basically any photo geometry app that is on the market. The reason why I like MakerLab's AI scanner is because it's web-based and it tends to do a pretty good job. I think the only reason why they call it an AI scanner is because it kind of guesses on the geometry of what it cannot see, whereas other photo geometry apps tend to leave those spaces blank. So what you end up with is an actual complete 3D model rather than something with partial geometry that you have to correct or fix in post. Now, that being said, there were some edits that I had to do to these pieces, mostly just to make the bottoms flat, because where the app guesses as far as what the geometry should look like, I think it's kind of basing it off of the overall texture of the object it's scanning. So it put some pretty heavy dimpling on the bottom of these models, and I just had to go and trim that off and make it nice and flat. Another thing is the scale. The scale is not going to be accurate to what you scanned. So what I did was I just simply measured the rocks that I had because I actually liked the scale as they were. And then I increased the scale to match so that when I printed them, they would be the same. So MakerLab's AI scanner is actually really easy to use. You simply take a video circling your object that you want to scan multiple times, capturing straight on angle, angle from above, and angle from slightly below. There are full instructions and guides on how to do this on their website. After you have your video, you just upload it, and then you just wait for it to process the 3D model. Don't be intimidated by the duration of how long it says it's going to take. This said 3.3 hours. It actually took less than an hour before my 3D model was ready. A couple of additional tips is that if it captures more than the object that you want it to capture, you just hit the Add Mask button and then click on the object that you're trying to capture, and that will exclude everything else in the video. If after you're done scanning your model, it accidentally captured more than you intended, you can just cut that off in your slicer app like I did when I trimmed off the bottom. So it's really no big deal. So hopefully you found this video helpful when it comes to turning real terrain into 3D printable terrain. I think it's worth noting that I am not sponsored in any way by MakerLab. It's just the app I like to use. And I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.